Hello, dear Judge Napolitano. There are a bunch of people with Fox Connecticut News and with other news like WFSB who are reported, confessed, and demonstrated racketeering acts, other natures of crime on and off those locations, fake conversations with me. And they did this also with the principal child sex offenders campus and with a whole bunch of people in the Britain Superior Court recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with that. And with houses in my area through time involved as the people that pretend behind my back pretend me to fake conversations, fake locations with judges. There's a former Judge Smith I had to write a complaint about, not detailed enough. Plus, these people, these courts are making fake sides of issues, having people act things, and then they're exploiting that through time. A whole bunch of people on and off Trinity College, on and off CCSU, on and off all the campuses involve racketeering through the method that's having everyone speak through others, and they're faking things in there too. So and then they're never presenting writing. There are a whole bunch of judges and prosecutors forging names, switching names with child sex offender campus prints. They have prosecutors with their kids involved with this criminally, male and female ones, real sick people that are delusions wrought and criminally foreign influence. They were involved with database crimes, drug crimes when they were kids growing up, racketeering roles with other people's names when they were kids growing up, fake locations, fake ties to me. Whole bunch of people on and off Fox Connecticut News involved with this, and whatever shared policing you have, because there are foreign and domestic nations involved with the ones like two Mendez police, two Domain police, a whole bunch of people tied to them, racketeering, like with a Phil Cololo and other people pretend they knew. They pretend me to fake conversation, pretend relationships to them. Phil Cololo knows we never had a conversation. We never had a class together. Try to pretend to other in the past. They film things purposely to so they can pretend to these are perjury worse than perjury traps. These are perjury racketeering nature roles. These are perjury racketeering branch to pretend to have credibility in relationship to that which is really upon Hartford, Connecticut, New York City, sustained worse than fake care and criminality at the same time. Like a whole bunch of people with the corner of Fox Connecticut News on and off the building next to it. People with like agencies and stuff, and they have the Social Security building. They have all kinds of racketeering with Social Security, with doctors of psychology, with physical delusions, with all kinds of racketeering with various natures of courts, all kinds of racketeering methods recorded. There's a real sick Judge Killian with physical delusions and criminality, with a whole bunch of other men and women who are involved with child sex offender crimes for their crimes, pretending people to mental diagnosis, pretending people to conversations with them, forging names, switching names, crimes of sequence shifts, criminal uses of the insides of courts, various natures of courts, one-way reports. These are people, criminal uses at each campus I went to with the same people in the background. So I don't even have a conversation with them. They're just from my town, and they've been pretending fake things in databases through time. There's a whole bunch of people with the name, foreign and domestic payments. A whole bunch of people in Puerto Rico are tied with the Weathersfield police chief, and his daughter is also involved with the principal sex offenders campus criminally with her extended family member. Whole bunch of people next to her tied to her recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved confessions about her. And these are the people involved racketeering acts with a whole bunch of men and women, prosecutors, and sick natures, even with judges, even with the Britain Superior Court through time, other courts through time. These are people with criminal uses of Hartford courts and of their roles with uses of depositions for criminality, where they pretend things, influence that leading up to and in the Trade Center attack. These people were criminal from Connecticut, interbranch and on and off campuses. Leading up to and in a 2006 case in Connecticut, these are people who are criminal uses of CCSU, of Trinity College, from off the campuses. Then they're forging names and switching names. Criminal uses of on and off Yale College. Criminal uses of UConn. You guys are so sick with psychology. You have the people you have thinking for you. You have forging names, switching names, racketeering natures with a whole bunch of foreign and domestic families like Pakistan and other nations like Italy involved with overt criminal enterprises with houses in my area recorded confessed also criminal roles with the uses of the witness protection program stewards involved with the child sex offenders, FBI families. In other words, there's a whole bunch of FBI recorded confessed and also involved. Former director of the FBI, his co-defendants are also involved with a bunch of the people that went. He had a daughter. One of his co-defendants had a daughter migrate. Two other ones had other nature have other natures of crime act rules, like a Thaddeus Grabowski with people from my town. He's also involved on and off Fox Connecticut News with racketeering with Fox Connecticut News. If you call them and ask them to fix the fake conversations with me, the fake news stories, they won't do it. They're being coached. These people are indifferent to racketeering of all kinds of natures with sick men and women judges. They're two coward punks with evil beasts crime methods recorded to respond. To let me have anything in writing since I was a kid. They're criminally confessed and recorded. They've been falsifying police reports and stacking databases with all kind of lies. Time to the little trick, punk fact treatment nature racketeering rules with a town meeting used to force a principal sex offender not told on and force that sustained with others further then and now with his campuses. And these are also people further on off the state judicial branch offices, on off the state prison offices, racketeering roles with the campuses, child offenders, further on off the middle school, recorded and confessed and demonstrated too. There's a Dr. Graham recorded, confessed, and demonstrated with that. I need a response because all these people are like the Dr. Graham recorded, confessed, and demonstrated crimes with the people with a bunch of females with the name Christine, Alicia, but they only use the name Christine. And there's a Phil Colo, other extended family members of a house two houses down from me that came in when I was in eighth grade. And when I was in fourth grade, came into my school. I never had in my class though. They had me in. They try to make exceptions so you can't talk about things like that because I don't know most of the friends with it. They had a middle school class when I was in eighth grade, recorded, confessed, and demonstrated a whole bunch of men and women involved with that, with the house that came in with the ones also a former um, detectives and people associated with like lobbyists, a whole bunch of people associated with the congressional building, a whole bunch of people, police forms in East Hartford, on and off places. They have programs like that are alternatives to sentencing with prison or whatever. Those alternatives are involved with the racketeering with the interbranch drug cliques, with the child sex offenders, originally instilled with physical delusions, right where we needed experts on logic. Actually, we have logic with narratives that are all natures of criminal and serious natures of positive. I'm not even a lawyer. They're recorded mail crimes, mail crime methods, wire crime methods, including uses of you. All of you guys, each branch expert they put on TV, recorded criminal uses of them, criminal uses of exceptions and of exception nature. When they say what's illegal and not, and they know that too. They know that. So I shouldn't have to beg for mandated law, and they have to lie about behavior of others. Now, see, we have a whole bunch of people involved with racketeering with the investigator. We have other natures of branches involved with the racketeering with the judges. So I hope you would do the right thing and respond for Fox Connecticut News being coached to how to hide from mandated law and how to steal people's. These are identity racketeering natures. You know, this Mike DeMaine better not pretend I had a conversation with him. I just was near his presence before. This is a bad kid. There's a bad guy, a bad cop. Adam DeMaine, I never had a conversation. I never had anything to do with him either. He's also recorded, confessed, demonstrated about. These are all a bunch of people involved with the locations around their houses too, and with the people, a whole bunch of people with the ownerships of the buildings downtown Hartford. Especially if those are just police forms, whatever. You guys are also right on top of all the shootings on New Brit and the north end of Hartford through time, and you guys are also involved with this state's roles originally instilled with slavery and with the same institution, like the Institute of Living on the campus of Harvard Hospital, founded in 1822, is involved with the same racketeering acts and methods and natures that we needed to have demonstrated then, now that are using you, pretending to be against what you guys are for at the same time as Prisian. That's a bad thing, boxing. Please do what's right and respond, because I can't get a response to writing whether not just me, little girls and women tried to get a response because they have all kinds of like extended family members of a Joe DeMoro involved with this. A Kerr family involved forging names, switching names, uses of the Facebook page of New Britain Superior Court with their little drug clicks for crimes with child sex offenders. A Kerr family is also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with a KNER. And there's a Jerry Miller, Officer Jerry Miller. There's Jerry Kerrs in that family. And women in that family also involved racketeering with other families associated with police, with investigators of insurance companies and stuff. You know, you guys are all real sick since pounding drum. I'll delineate the delusions of your people from the criminal foreign influences. The ones with Fox Connecticut News, those are also the ones criminal with all kinds of ways with the buildings next to them, like the shared policing of the stores. Whole bunch of people with an Allegro's Cafe recorded and confessed his neighbors involved with the drugs, with the kids, with the child sex offenders. And I never had a conversation with my life. He's involved with these two Mendez police forging, switching names, fake conversations with me, in out of the Wethersfield Police Department racketeering, in out of the New Britain Superior Court racketeering together too through time. These Mendez police brothers racketeering with databases and with news when I was a kid. They should have reported what I recorded, which was them crimes with a whole bunch of people tied to the Wethersfield police chief's daughter, who didn't even go to my school, involved with racketeering with them, with drugs and with databases, sequence shifting, identity thefts. I'm being worse than extorted for years now. Leading right, I fought a little bit before the Trade Center attack. Never fought again because I've been waiting in a straight line of racketeering on off CCSU with the people from my town, also associated with boxing. And you can't force people to have conversations with you, and you know, especially people who pretend they don't speak English when they're plain stupid, like the Sammy Vega and people involved with the Puerto Rico racketeering, Mexico racketeering, Canada, Italy, all these shared policing, all these nations with on off these campuses, whole bunch of people with the Scalora family recorded and confessed further on off the campuses connected with racketeering with the child offenders further. Now these are people with CIA, FBI, and their family members involved also. Criminal uses of on off criminal justice campuses, all those shared policing locations, my name. I shouldn't have to beg you guys every day to fix your fake news and follow mandated law. Have the judges pick one name and sequence on their way out, because that's what's recorded needed. Why shouldn't I have to play games with child sex offenders and sick judges attaching me to fake conversations? You guys had those triages involved with your racketeering. You're going to pretend you have a right to talk about elections, to talk about law. You guys get better get me a goddamn, excuse my language. You guys got better give me a response, please. You guys, that's obligated to you by the mandated law. You guys were preventing from being demonstrated originally and still for these roles with these other motivations, nature's needs and interests, and crime methods, preventing mandated law originally and still. That's what American law history is about. Our obligations to free mandated law and free speech, and to free ourselves from the identity theft racketeering. You guys never gave any. You guys worse than never gave legal representation to Hartford, Connecticut. Like with all those shootings, not far from Fox Connecticut News. No, a little buffer area between. Now, the people associated with Fox building next to the Fox CT building also recorded, confessed, demonstrated, involved all kinds of racketeering with medical corruption. Social Security offices, people that work for them, already fit to racketeering. We have all our evidence reception predator as offensive evidence racketeering natures. sequence racketeering natures. And no one wants to hear about this on YouTube. And it's not just here. This is extortion because each of the gyms in Connecticut are recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with all kinds of racketeering with interbranch actors on off CCSU, on off campuses of each age connected to it through time, criminally involved. There are a whole bunch of people with the Hanson family and with the sexual circles with this crowd, the moral clique, tied to the Scaloras and other extended family members of the house that came in when I was in fourth grade. That is recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with an O'Brien family with other interbranch and religious cliques with the police forms and military, foreign and domestic in collusion with each other. We have MPs, military families with their family members involved with them with predicate acts, mail crimes, wire crimes. What is that with Fox Connecticut News pretending to be about news? WFSB, all kinds of people on off their location too, involved with them with racketeering with the phones and with the fake news, stealing my identity. They did that with a child sex offender principal. They also use Facebook for sex crimes, threats, when they were still forcing. They used the Facebook page of the Britain Superior Court to force a principal sex offender with and as other natures of federal crimes. These are also people that are crime acts roles with cliques tied to a proven sequence shift inside the Ninth Circuit right before the Trade Center attack. Showed post-dated documents from inside the court shown to the panel of judges. That was proven. That led up to a 2006 case. And they had them involved criminally leading up to that. The defendants, a former director of the FBI, his co-defendants, and a bunch of other federal criminals and their kids, all recorded involved with the racketeering with the databases and with my name at the campuses I went through two times. How they were motivated to that is also recorded. But you guys are using time always too slow, too fast, and too many names. You guys are stacking the fake conversations with us. And you guys have physical delusions mixed with your criminality, and you're preventing that from being demonstrated because you're preventing news unless it's furthering your what you guys use to keep the states and areas criminally foreign influence tools of yours, originally and still. Please fix the fake news. Please get them to one name and sequence too. Who disbelieves? Tell me if they disbelieve, I'll reveal their souls right there. I'll delineate their delusions from their criminally foreign influence sick natures right there. Please get them to one name and sequence now. That's obligated.